Morning guys. Just a few bits on reels. We've had quite a few questions come up on the page. People just asking about servicing and about how we set up a reel. So we've brought our these 4 reels out today. We've got at one end we've got the ST, which is the Daiwa. The next one to it is the 525 pen. Next to that is the Nutronics Pro. That's the Magd one, and of course the good old faithful Abu Elite. They're all set up roughly about the same. The main 3 have got centre spindles on them, so they spin on bearings on either side. But of course the more powerful one, which is your 525 with a gearbox on the side of it, that only sets up on just one side. So what we'll do is we'll come back so that I can just show you how to set these up. We'll go back to the Abu, which is just your bolt standard Abu Elite. There's nothing flash about it, that's what it is. Okay, and literally the end plate comes off on this side, so we just show you. We take that out with just your spindle on one side, okay, and then your spool drops out the middle. There's your bearings in one side and in the other, just to have a nice little clean them out. And again, that's just your running spindle, okay, sits on the inside. So we pop that inside the main runner there. We then stick the spool on top of the spindle, if we can get it on there, sorry. Slide that on top of the spindle, and then we just slide them 2 together. Nice and easy, nice and gentle. Get that in, and that on there. What I tend to do is I undo that end plate and undo this end plate before tightening it up. Okay, do up both 3 screws on this end, nice and tight. Don't have to be over tight, just enough to nip the end plate on, and then if something does go wrong, you can always just unclip it whilst you're fishing and give it a clean. All right, so that's as it is. So now you've got the spool, it's all in there. The spool is very wobbly inside. Now you see on that end plate that we had the pinion gear on that side. I always set it up from one side. So what I tend to do is I push it with my thumb towards that way, undo that end plate, push it all over until you just get a little bit of movement on there. I can just feel that moving on my thumb, which is pulling this plate just a little bit up. And then you should have a little tiny piece of movement now. So again, we go on this end, just enough so that we just knock out that bit of movement. And there it is, a tiny little bit of play in the spool. This is your magnets on this side. Magnets are off or on. I normally have them off just to show you guys how to spin it up, and literally that should spin quite nicely just for a little bit. Bear in mind, these are fishing reels. These aren't here for tournament casting, they're just fishing reels. We've set them all up for fishing. Okay, so that should be lovely just for your fishing. All right, so anyone gets any problems, don't worry about messaging us. If you do get any problems or need any servicing, just give us a shout on the Reel Mann and we can have a look. Okay.